Good morning, beloved FCA staff. We've been working on some stuff with the makerspace to be able to book out the things. What we're going to do is we're going to make it so you guys can book out the makerspace whenever you want to. And you can also book out the material because sometimes a teacher might want to use some of the stuff but doesn't actually want to go to the place to use it. So I'm going to show you how you can book the makerspace itself, the equipment, or both if you want to. If you are a teacher who had scheduled time, we noticed people weren't really using it, so we figured we might as well just make it a booking thing. If you do want to schedule time for like art or things like that, just let us know and we can book those for you. Or maybe after this tutorial, you'll be able to book it yourself. So I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you guys how to do that. Okay. So here we go. When you go to book something, it's all through the Google Calendar. Now, I've gone in and I've created, every room in the school has its own thing now, and all the stuff in the makerspace. Now, you might say, I don't really know what is in the makerspace. Well, that's a wonderful question. I've created a makerspace inventory, which is in the shared drive. So you guys can go in there and look. As you can see, you know, makeys, Lego robotics. Now, really, you're going to want to, if you're ever going to do a lesson, you're going to want to actually go and look at these things and see what you can do with it. There's some really cool stuff you can do. And as we add more things, I'll add them to here and I'll add them to Google Calendar as well. So you figure out what you want to do. It's like, oh yeah, and some of them are individual things. Like, okay, we have 9 sets of Vex robots, 4 Meccano sets. Whereas ukuleles and percussions, basically, I put all the drum stuff together. I just put class set because there's like plenty for everybody. Whereas Chromebooks and tablets, these are not meant so much to be used just like to use them. It's more to be used with the stuff. For example, the Spheros, you need the tablets to be able to use them. But if they're not being used, then that's something we can look into. So, but you still have to book them. So here's how we're going to learn how to do that. So you've decided you are going to do something here. So let's say Sphero. Activity. Okay. Now, you're just going to book it under your own normal calendar. Then you go to More Options. And over here where you can put guests, you can also click Rooms. Now, this is Rooms and Resources. So I want to book out the Spheros. So I'll type in Sphero. It'll start looking for them. Oh, there's the Sphero set. And you can see there's Sphero set, and it says only 3 because we only have 3 so far, but we're going to have 6. So I put it, the number that you have there, the capacity is actually how many of those things there are. So I'm going to click Sphero set. And you know what? I want to do this in the makerspace. So I'm also going to put in makerspace. There it is, makerspace. Click. And you know what? Let's make this go until 11. And I'll just click save. So then you can see I have Sphero activity. I've booked the makerspace and I've booked the Sphero set. Now the interesting thing about this is the way I've set it up is if someone else comes in and tries to book the makerspace or the Sphero set, during this time, it won't show up. It'll show up as like lined out. You won't be able to book it because that means somebody else has it. But if I tried to book it during this time slot, it would be there, right? And that way you can make sure that there's people not bumping into each other. That way it's less complicated. We don't have to have myself or the office ladies or whoever having to like book every little thing. You guys can book it yourself. If it's not available, you can see who booked it out. So hopefully that is helpful for you guys. And as we get more stuff and as you get a little more comfortable with the materials, hopefully you use the makerspace a little bit more, use the manipulatives a little bit more. And I think the plan is down the road, we're going to do some PDs to show you some of the cool stuff you can do with these gadgets and musical stuff, of course. So if you have any questions, please let me know.